ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. The reflection today, Surat Mahalla Tija, composition of the third Nanak, Gur Amar Das, in the Rag Surat. The sabad has 8 verses or padas, and each verse is 2 lines. The recitation. Surat Mahalla Tija, Har Jiu Sabade Japada Pai, Pure Pag Milai, Sada Sukh Suhagani Pai, Andin Ratiya Rangalai. Addressing the brother mind again, Pai. What is being said is that the beloved Har, the self, that consciousness which is evergreen, has to first be apprehended through the word of the Guru. Sabade Japada. Japada is to apprehend, to understand, to comprehend. You need that comprehension first from the Guru. And only when one is fully ripe, pure pag milai, that the Har is realized. So it has to be apprehended, understood, and then realized. Then the mind is awakened. Sada Sukh Suhagani, the awakened mind, is referred to as a bride soul, Suhagani, whose husband is alive. So an awakened mind it finds Sada Sukh, perpetual bliss, and remains immersed in that love. Andin Ratya Rang Rate. So essentially, the moment of ripeness, Pure Pag, we have to understand that. It is that threshold when an individual is inwardly ready, when the time comes. In other words, when one has matured through life experiences, surrender, when one is ready, so to speak, for a deeper awakening. So ripeness is when you are essentially free of the ego. And unripeness is when you are still in ego mode. So this is saying when you apprehend, internalize, then you become ready to receive, because it is a reception. It doesn't happen by itself. So in Gurbani, they are called Pure Pag. They are linked with perfect destiny, when everything converges in such a way that grace appears spontaneously. So it cannot be forced. In the Rahau, Har Ji tu ape rang chadaye. Har Ji tu ape rang chadaye. O beloved Har, tu ape rang. That's one version of this. You are love. Tu ape rang chadaye. And you alone imbue us with the color of love. Gaavo rang rate ho. Sing to the glory. Sing to the glory and be dyed in love. My brother mind. Har seti rang laye. Cultivate this joyful union with the Har. So Gaavo comes from Gavana, which is to sing. Vocal or musical recitation of Gurbani, but in a deeper metaphorical sense, Gavaho transcends mere vocalization. To sing becomes to proclaim, to bring forth, to express not only sounds, but to let an inner state become outward reality. So singing in this context is the expression and celebration of virtue, gun, gavo, gun. One sings then not simply with lips, but through one's thoughts, actions, and way of being. So in its highest sense, singing in Gurbani means to express, to embody divine virtues. The next verse, Gur ki kar kamavani pai, aap chode chitalai. Gur ki kar kamavani pai. The Guru's work has to be performed. My brother mind, you have to perform what the Guru says. And what is the Guru saying? Aap chod chitalai. It calls for abandoning ego consciousness and to focus on the Har, the self. Chitalai. Then what happens is, Sada sahaj fir dukh na lage pai. My brother mind, then you will come to dwell in perpetual equipoise. Sahaj. Sahaj, literally that which is innate to you, which was with you when you were born, meaning your primal state, your original state, which is balanced, relaxed, spontaneous, harmonious. When you're in that state, then Har aap vase man aaye, that Har comes to abide within, that evergreen consciousness, meaning ever creative, because creation is ever creative, to live creatively. So the Guru's work is to live according to the values, wisdoms revealed in the Shabad. Sabade, Har Japada, if you remember. And self-effacement is the key. The following verse then, Pirka hukamana janai pai, sakulakhani kunar, manhatkar kamavani pai, vinaname kudiyar. This is the state of the degenerate mind. The husband's command, Pirka hukam, if not understood, my brother mind, na janiye pai, then one is rendered ill-fated and unworthy, an unworthy bride. Sa kulakhni kunar. So if you do not understand your essence, yourself, then you're unworthy of union, obviously. So what is happening is that you, as a bride mind, are acting out of stubbornness. Manhatkar kamavani pai. And the reminder is, Vinaname kudiyar. And without wisdom, you will continue to prevail in that false world of yours, the false concepts. So Manhatkar kamavani is the opposite principle to Gur ki kar kamavani. Manhat, stubbornness, egoistic, willfulness. So it refers to actions, rituals, whatever you're doing, driven by ego, pride or self-interest, rather than humility and alignment with the Guru's wisdom. So Gur ki kar kamavani, humility, surrender. Manhat kar kamavani, egoistic, stubborn, self-driven. Gur ki kar kamavani is sincere, virtue for its own sake. Manhatkar kamavani, it is for show, it's ritualism, self-importance, it's outer conformity, it's mechanical. Whereas Gur ki kar kamavani is inner transformation, true living, and inspirational. So you see the difference. The next verse. Se gawe हैं जिन मस्तक भाग है पाई, पाए सच्चे बैराग, अन दिन राते गुण गावे है पाई, निर्भव गुर लिव लाग. So it goes back to who is really singing, who is glorifying. Glorifying means emulating the self. Se gaame jin mastak paag hai. This has been translated once with perfect destiny, but I have translated it as those who are so motivated, those who are moved in this direction, they alone can glorify. Because if you're not motivated to do it, why would you ever do it? So what are you motivated to do is listed out here. Paaye sache bairag, to seek the pleasure of the self, remaining non-attached to impermanence, to remain constantly immersed in virtue, anandinaratte gunarave, and to skillfully attune the mind to that fearless one, nirapau gurlevilai. Mastak Pag is not just some external fate or destiny. It is the internal ripening, as we have talked about, a kind of longing, motivation, yearning that draws grace towards you. So those who truly have this fortune are those whose inner self has developed. The next verse, Sabna Har Jiu Sabade so sevo din raat, so kyon mano visari hai pai, jisti vadi hai daat. Literally it's saying that one who kills and then restores to life, my brother mind, serve that one day and night. How can we be forgetful, my brother mind, of that one whose gift is magnificent? Killing here, Mar, Sabana Har Jiu Sabade, symbolizes destruction or dissolving of the ego, the old conditioning, and then revives us, restores us. Restoring to life after ego death, one is made alive in a deeper, truer sense, more attuned to your primal state. So this is it encodes the core for us. Ego dies, true self awakens, devoted service and remembrance keeps us aligned to that transformative power. And the greatest gift in that new life is wisdom and truth. The next verse, the sixth one, Manmukh maili tumni pai, dargah nahi thao, gurmukh hove ta gun rave pai, mil pritam sach samao. Literally it's saying the self-centered manmukh is unclean and lost, my brother mind. Manmukh maili tumni. It finds no place in the dargah. Dargah nahi thao. I will talk about what that dargah is. If only one were to turn to the Guru, Guru Mukha hove, then one enjoys virtues. Such is the merger of true union with the beloved. Paritam sach samao. So dargah, Arabic in origin, means a court, but it also means a threshold. So it is a question of reaching a threshold, an inner reality. It is a state of consciousness that one reaches. So it is in this dimension of reality within that the true self stands revealed. So dargah is that inner divine presence, that threshold where the truth is revealed, your own truth is revealed. So dargah is the innermost sanctuary within. The seventh stanza, Et janam har na cheteo pai, kya moh desi jai, kidi pavandi mohayo na pai, bikhya no lubhai. Et janam har na cheteo. In this life, if the har is not remembered, recalled, Then, kya muh desi jaye? What face will you carry when you return to your country? We'll talk about the country. Kidi pavandi muhayon. Despite calls, constant calling alerts, Kidi Pavandi, despite being warned, Mohayon, you were cheated, my brother mind. What were you cheated by? Bikheya no lo bhai, by your greed of poison. Poison meaning the attraction of the world play. So this country, it is metaphorical. It's one's true home, one's native land, the original abode where Sahaj is. It's the realm of origin, meaning our true identity. So it's asking, what state or spiritual worthiness will you present when you return to your true source, having failed to remember the Har? The face is your true identity, the sum of your actions, consciousness. So, life is being portrayed as a journey away from and back to home, Des, the divine source, preparing one's face through remembrance, through wisdom and virtue, makes one worthy to return home in honor rather than in regret and shame. So this is metaphorical, poetic language. And in conclusion, नाम संभाल है सुख वस है पाई, सदा सुख शांत शरीर, नानक नाम संभाल तू भाई, अपरंपर गुणी गहीर. Naam samalla, cultivate the virtue of wisdom. Sukha vasa, and you will dwell in peace, my brother mind. Sada sukha sant sarir, and the peace is perpetual. The comfort and tranquility to the body is perpetual. And Nanak's advice, Nanak, Naam Samal Tu. He's addressing himself. Cherish the wisdom of the name, Naam, which is Aparampar Guni Gahir. It is boundless and profound in virtue. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.